Machiavelli understood something profound about the nature of power that our fast-paced world has forgotten. Strategic patience is not merely a virtue, it is the foundation of lasting influence. Throughout history, the most effective leaders were not those who acted impulsively, but those who knew exactly when to wait. The leader who strikes prematurely reveals their position. The general who attacks too soon squanders advantage. The negotiator who rushes to conclusion accepts unfavorable terms. Those who master the art of waiting inevitably triumph over those who cannot restrain their impulses. In an age of instant gratification, of immediate responses, of constant action, we have lost touch with the ancient wisdom that true power often manifests in calculated restraint. Machiavelli observed that men are generally ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous of gain. Understanding this unchanging nature of humanity allows the patient strategist to predict behavior, to anticipate reactions, and to wait for the precise moment when others reveal their weaknesses. Strategic patience is not passive resignation, but active preparation, the disciplined restraint that precedes decisive action. Most people cannot tolerate extended periods of uncertainty. They seek immediate resolution, quick victories, instant results regardless of long-term consequences. Their impatience drives them to act prematurely, to accept suboptimal outcomes, to reveal intentions before circumstances have fully developed in their favor. Meanwhile, the master of strategic patience observes these hasty moves, gathers intelligence about their opponent's tendencies, and waits for the perfect moment to execute their carefully crafted plans. Machiavelli advised powerful figures that timing is the element most frequently overlooked in strategy. Those who act too quickly waste resources on partial solutions, while those who wait too long miss crucial opportunities. What separates the successful strategist from the failed one is not intelligence, resources, or even ambition. It is the capacity to recognize and seize the right moment. This calibration of timing comes only through disciplined patience and careful observation of developing circumstances. In The Prince, Machiavelli's famous guide for leaders, he recounts how Francesco Sforza rose to power in Milan, not through impulsive action, but through years of careful maneuvering, building alliances, gathering support, and waiting for precisely the right moment to assert his claim. The lesson is clear. Patience is not the absence of action, but its most sophisticated form. It allows circumstances to ripen, adversaries to make mistakes, and allies to reveal themselves, all while preserving one's own resources and options. Modern leaders have forgotten this fundamental principle, favoring quick wins and immediate results over sustained advantage. They announce intentions prematurely, commit resources before circumstances are optimal, and react to every provocation instead of selecting their battles carefully. They mistake activity for achievement, motion for progress, failing to recognize that premature action often undermines the very goals they seek to accomplish. Machiavelli writes that the wise leader is one who knows how to distribute action and inaction in proper proportion. Applied to modern life, this means understanding when rapid response is necessary and when patience will yield superior results. Those who act without this discernment, who cannot calibrate the rhythm of engagement and restraint, are like musicians playing without regard to tempo, creating noise rather than harmony, regardless of their technical skill. Strategic patience creates leverage, and humans instinctively respect those who do not appear desperate for immediate outcomes. When someone shows they can wait, whether in a negotiation, a relationship, or a strategic endeavor, others automatically attribute power and confidence to them. This perception shifts the psychological dynamic, often compelling others to make concessions simply to break the uncomfortable tension created by the patient party's willingness to walk away without immediate resolution. Machiavelli understood that information asymmetry grows with time, benefiting the patient observer, while the impatient actor reveals intentions, commitments, and limitations with each premature move. The patient strategist continues gathering intelligence, identifying patterns, and refining their understanding of the situation. Each day of patient observation increases their informational advantage, creating the foundation for eventual decisive action. Patience also preserves optionality, what modern strategists would call strategic flexibility. The person who commits prematurely narrows their range of possible actions, while the patient strategist maintains all options until the moment of maximum advantage. Machiavelli advised that nothing destroys future opportunities more than premature commitment to a particular course of action. A prince who retains flexibility through patient restraint can adapt to changing circumstances in ways his impulsive counterparts cannot. In The Discourses on Livy, Machiavelli's detailed analysis of ancient Rome's republic, he emphasizes that the most dangerous enemies are not those who attack with immediate fury, but those who bide their time, studying your habits, identifying your weaknesses, and striking only when your vulnerability is greatest. The same principle applies to opportunity. It reveals itself most fully, not to those who grab hastily, but to those who observe patiently, recognizing patterns others miss through their hurried inattention. Patience is not merely restraint from action, but active preparation for the decisive moment. True masters of strategic patience understand that it serves multiple functions simultaneously. It allows information gathering, it creates leverage, it preserves options, it builds resources, it tests the intentions of others, it reveals hidden patterns, it identifies the optimal moment for action, all without committing prematurely to any particular course. There is a reason why in ancient Rome, the general Fabius Maximus was called the Delayer, yet ultimately saved the Republic from Hannibal's invasion. His strategic patience, refusing battle until circumstances favored Rome, seemed like weakness to his contemporaries but proved to be sophisticated strategy. Patience communicates wisdom in a way that impulsive action never can. Anyone can act hastily, but few can resist the urge for immediate gratification when longer-term interests demand restraint. The modern world has forgotten this ancient wisdom. In an age of quarterly earnings reports, instant messaging and viral trends measured in hours rather than years, the person who practices strategic patience immediately distinguishes themselves. Methodical, deliberate, and ultimately more effective. While others exhaust their resources on premature actions, the patient strategist conserves strength, gathering information and waiting for the decisive moment. Machiavelli observed that fortune is like a river, sometimes destructive, sometimes beneficial, but always requiring banks to channel its power constructively. Patience creates these banks, directing the unpredictable currents of circumstance toward desired outcomes, rather than being swept away by them. This requires recognizing that timing is not just about acting quickly, but about acting at the right moment. Neither too soon nor too late, but precisely when conditions have developed optimally. Look at how business leaders behave in any negotiation, any acquisition, any strategic decision. Most cannot sustain the tension of uncertainty. They rush to conclusion, accept substandard terms, commit resources before conducting proper diligence, all to escape the psychological discomfort that accompanies patient restraint. But the strategist, the Machiavellian thinker, values this discomfort, embraces it intentionally, knowing that temporary unease is the price of superior outcomes. In The Prince, Machiavelli's renowned treatise on acquiring and maintaining power, he observes that the most successful leaders were those who could adapt their natural dispositions to the requirements of different times. Sometimes circumstances demand immediate action, but more often they reward patient observation and carefully timed intervention. Those who cannot modulate their natural impatience cannot effectively govern either themselves or others. They become predictable, manipulable, and ultimately ineffective, while those who master strategic patience control both the timing and terms of engagement. Patience is not merely a defensive tactic, it is an offensive weapon. It is not just about avoiding premature action, but about creating the conditions for decisive victory. The skilled practitioner of strategic patience allows tensions to build, problems to become evident, and opponents to reveal weaknesses, not through passive waiting, but through active observation and preparation. When action finally comes, it is neither hasty nor tentative, but precisely calibrated to the moment, carrying the accumulated force of disciplined restraint. There is a psychological dimension to strategic patience that Machiavelli understood implicitly. Patience conveys mastery. Those who can wait without anxiety, who can allow situations to develop without impulsive intervention, who can tolerate uncertainty, while others panic are perceived as possessing superior understanding and control. This perception becomes reality as others increasingly defer to their judgment and timing. Machiavelli advised rulers to study historical patterns, recognizing that patience in observation reveals insights that impulsive action never discovers. This principle applies equally to modern contexts, where careful study of market cycles, human behavior patterns, and organizational dynamics reveals optimal timing that impulsive actors invariably miss. When you rush, you see only surface conditions. When you wait, deeper patterns emerge. Most people never develop this capacity for strategic patience. They are too focused on immediate results, on short-term validation, on the illusion of progress that comes from constant activity. They mistake motion for achievement, failing to recognize that premature action often creates more problems than it solves. With every impulsive decision, they diminish their ultimate effectiveness while revealing their psychological limitations. Machiavelli noted that appearances often matter more than reality in human affairs. The appearance of deliberate patience, of acting according to careful planning rather than impulsive reaction, creates an aura of mastery that itself becomes a source of influence. The patient strategist becomes a center of gravity, pulling others into their orbit, rather than being drawn into the chaotic activity of those around them. This creates a fundamental power asymmetry that no resource advantage can overcome. There is a rhythm to effective action, a timing that Machiavelli understood intuitively. Knowing when to wait and when to strike is not merely about self-control, but about recognizing the natural cycles of opportunity and vulnerability. Those who master this rhythm, who can sense when circumstances have ripened sufficiently for action, who can feel the precise moment when patience must give way to decisive intervention, possess an advantage that transcends mere tactical consideration. It becomes strategic dominance. Machiavelli warned that nothing is more likely to fail than ventures begun with great promise but poor timing. This applies across domains, from military campaigns to business ventures, from political initiatives to personal relationships. The first to act often faces the greatest resistance, bears the highest costs, and assumes risks that patient followers can avoid. Those who wait for the optimal moment, not too early, not too late, gain the advantage of both preparation and opportunity. The mind that cannot delay gratification is like an open city, vulnerable to every external influence, incapable of sustained purpose, easily diverted from long-term interests. But the mind trained in strategic patience is like a fortified citadel, deliberate in engagement, selective in response, capable of sustained focus on distant objectives regardless of immediate temptations. Patience is strategic literacy made visible. It is self-mastery externalized. It is sophistication embodied. Those who cannot practice restraint, who feel compelled to act immediately on every impulse, to respond to every provocation, to seize every opportunity regardless of timing, demonstrate a fundamental immaturity that Machiavelli would have recognized immediately as disqualifying for any serious position of influence. Power requires patience because timing determines outcomes more surely than force alone. Even in conflict, where decisive action seems paramount, patience often proves more effective than premature aggression. The side that can wait, that can choose the terrain of engagement, that can allow the opponent to extend supply lines or expose vulnerabilities, nearly always prevails over the side that attacks without proper preparation or optimal positioning. This is why Machiavelli advised leaders to avoid battle until absolutely certain of victory, a certainty that comes only through patient observation and preparation. Machiavelli understood that in politics, in war, in all human affairs, the appearance of control often manifests through patient restraint rather than impulsive action. Strategic patience communicates mastery, foresight, and confidence in ways that frantic activity cannot. It demonstrates the capacity to subordinate immediate impulses to longer-term objectives, the essence of strategic thinking. The true Machiavellian understands this intuitively, acts only when the timing maximizes advantage, and allows patient observation to identify the precise moment for intervention. In a world of impulsive reaction, the patient strategist maintains perspective. In an environment of constant distraction, The disciplined observer identifies what truly matters. In a culture that values activity over outcomes, the practitioner of strategic patience achieves superior results through deliberate timing. And now, after everything we've discussed, ask yourself honestly, do you act too quickly? Do you sacrifice better outcomes for immediate results? Do you choose impulsive action over strategic timing? Or have you learned the ancient wisdom that Machiavelli understood so clearly, that strategic patience is not the absence of action, but its most sophisticated expression?